Although the Romans allowed the Jews a degree of religious freedom, this was dominated by Caiaphas, the high priest, and the priestly families. And yet, the people wished to be free, just as they had been in the days of their famous kings, David and Solomon. Although not everybody was certain that Jesus is God, the people love him, and thousands flock to hear his words. Well, hail.
Good boy.
You see, the priestly families, they feel threatened by Jesus' popularity, and they want to silence him. But many people cherish the hope that Jesus will be their Messiah, a warlord who will lead his conquered people to unity and to independent nationhood. Now, it is the time of the Passover, a joyous time for the Jewish people out celebrating their escape from Egypt over a millennium before. And thousands of families descend on Jerusalem to celebrate. Many people have heard that Jesus will be coming to Jerusalem, and they are eager to meet him.
He's here! He's here!
Jesus enters the city,
Come on,
riding not on the war horse
celebrate
of a conquering hero that many of the people had wished for, but on a gentle creature of peace.
Hosanna! Hosanna! Hosanna!
Little one, you come to me.
But he can't. He has never walked before. He's been lame from
Mother,
birth.
faith will heal your child.
But he can't. He has
Mother,
never walked before.
listen to me. Let him go. Like a child. Come to me like a child. As this child needs his mother, need me. I'm Alpha, I'm Omega. That means I'm at your beginning and I'm at your end. I'm the bread that comes from heaven. You eat this bread, oh, you'll live forever. Don't worry about your lives. The food you eat, the clothes you wear. Look at the birds in the air. See, they don't sow, they don't reap, and yet the Father feeds them. What, are you not worth much more than these? Yes. You've seen lilies in the fields. They don't labor and they don't spin. And yet I tell you, not even King Solomon in all his splendor was arrayed as one of these. I want you to enter through the narrow gate. Because easy and wide the gate and broad the road that leads to destruction. And many will go that way. But small the gate and narrow the road that leads to everlasting life. Will you find the way?
Teacher! If you are their teacher, rebuke your disciples for their great clamoring.
I tell you this, if these were silent, even the stones would cry out. I'll speak to you now so that you may understand my teaching, to know what I stand for. I've not come to destroy the law or what the prophets have written. I've come to...
We've got to get away from her. Get out of here. No way. You stay away.
Lord,
No way.
if you are willing,
Keep back.
you can make me clean. I am a leper.
No!
Make
Peter, I am willing.
Keep away.
Be clean.
I'm cured. I'm clean.
You tell no one of this.
Look! I am cured!
Daughter, go to the priests. You get the certificate of cleansing and then return. And live amongst others again.
I'm clean! I'm cured!
It's impossible.
I must have a certificate.
It's the Passover. It can't be done.
There's a long procedure to check your cleanliness. We come back after Passover. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
No!
Woe to you, scribes, Pharisees, teachers of the law. You've shut out the kingdom of heaven in the faces of men.
How dare you speak to us like that?
Oh, you clean the outside of the dish, but inside is full of greed and self-indulgence.
Self-indulgence? We serve the people. We teach the people the law. We set them an example.
Your Father knows what is in your hearts.
Who are you to talk about God as Father?
Stop being such whitewashed sepulchres. Look at you. You're always so beautiful on the outside, but inside you're full of dead men's bones and everything unclean.
That's enough!
Go.
Out!
I'm taking her to the temple to pray.
What?
And here we are, in the temple, a place where people flock in their thousands, seeking salvation, but turned by the priestly families into a marketplace where they sell sacrifices to the people, doves to the poor, lambs, rams, and oxen to the rich. The priests jealously guard their profits. And did you know they even mint the money that the people have to use to buy their sacrifices? They want no one to disturb their lucrative business or to upset the traditional pattern of their lives. They were born into the line of priesthood, and they want to preserve it.
So this is how you treat my Father's house? How can this be? Does the law permit this? Do the scriptures say trade in the temple? Do the scriptures say trade in the temple? No. So you get these things out of here. Get them out of here! Get out! Get out! Get out! What are you doing?
Guards, come on!
Get out! called a house of prayer, and you've turned it into a den of robbers!
What are you doing?
Jesus! No! The marketplace of praise!
Leave me alone! Get off! Madman!
Marketplace of robbers! Get these out of here! Get them out of here!
No right to do this! You've no right to be here!
How can pilgrims pray here with all this trade and avarice surrounding them?
It is lawful for the people to buy sacrifices for the temple.
Not in my father's house.
But it's traditional.
Here dwells the Spirit of God. You want to trade? Yes? Then you go out. Go out into the world.
What are you doing? Do you hear what these children are saying?
Haven't you heard? Out of the mouths of babes and children comes forth praise. It's written, my house shall be called a house of prayer for all nations.
By what authority do you do these things? Who gave you permission?
Give me my child.
I'll ask you one question. One question. You answer me? I'll tell you by what authority I do these things. When my cousin John baptized these people in the River Jordan, was his baptism from heaven? Or was it from men?
No, wait a minute, wait. If we say from heaven, then he will ask, why don't we believe in him? And if we say from men, the people will be angry with us because they believe that John was a prophet.
Tell me!
Master, just leave it, eh? Come on. Let's go home. Better let it go. Come back.
Tell me!
Never mind John the Baptist.
Tell me!
Never mind.
Let it go.
Ah, why should we?
To look foolish again in front of this crowd.
Tell me!
We don't know.
Don't you know?
Then neither will I tell you by what authority I do these things. Oh, but I've a story for you. A man planted a beautiful vineyard. He built a wall all the way around it, constructed a wine press and a water tower in the center. When it was complete, he rented it to some farmers and then went away for a long time. Now, at harvest time, the owner sent a servant to the tenants so they may give him some fruits of the vineyard. The tenants beat the servant. They sent him away empty-handed. Well, the owner sent a second servant. They beat him, sent him away empty-handed. The owner sent a third. They wounded him. They sent him away empty-handed. The owner said to himself, well, what shall I do? I'll send my beloved son. They'll respect him. But the tenants saw the son and they talked the matter amongst themselves. They said, look, it's the heir. So if we kill him, well, then the inheritance would be ours. So they killed him. They threw out his body. What then will the owner do? Well, will he not come? Will he not destroy those tenants? Give the vineyard to others?
But Master, if this landowner represents God our Father in heaven, this would never be. Man would never kill God's son.
Then you tell me, what is the meaning of that which was written? The stone the builders rejected and threw away, the stone has become the cornerstone. those who fall upon it will be broken, and those upon whom it falls will be crushed.
I'll report you to the high priest.
I tell
Get
you
out of
this.
here now.
You destroy this temple, I will rebuild it again in 3 days.
Oh, that's nonsense.
All that was written by the prophets will be fulfilled. The time is coming when not one stone will stand upon another that has not been thrown down. This city of Jerusalem, it's rejected God.
Come on, Master, you've got to get out of here now. Come on.
Do you not understand? He's the Messiah. Do you not listen to him?
How dare you behave like this in God's temple?
Get rid of them.
He wants to revolutionize our religion.
He'll lead the people away from us.
Just look at them. This Jesus will make us a laughing stock.
What are you men accomplishing?
High priest,
Hearing all this and doing nothing?
Nothing. We've done everything.
Jesus couldn't do anything.
We're causing a riot in the temple.
That man is blaspheming. With his signs and preaching, he's a troublemaker, and he must be stopped. Otherwise, he will usurp our position. The Romans will take away our authority. They might even destroy our temple.
Do you really mean that, High Priest?
Of course I mean it, scribe. We are the rightful teachers of the people. We tell the people how to live. We know the law.
High priest, we hear what you say, but what do you want us to do? Yes.
Find him. Offer a reward for his capture if you have to. Arrest him and bring him to me. I will try him and find him guilty. And then take him before the Roman governor, before Pilate, and have him impose the sentence of death on our behalf. It is far better that one man should die than our whole nation perish.
But the people believe he's a prophet.
He is not! So, tell me when you have him.
Yes, High priest.
We have a clear order now.
The people aren't going to like it. We're going to have to somehow get him on his own. Where can we get him? Where he is
How can we
there?
find him?
Absolutely.
Anybody on our side?
You must come and see. Come, Lord. Come and see the room.
Thank you, John.
Come and see. This is the room we have prepared. Here we shall celebrate Passover just as you asked. Martha's been busy preparing food for us.
Hello, Martha.
Oh, I just bustle about seeking attention.
That was
My
extraordinary,
sister
wasn't it?
Mary.
See, this is the beginning. This is what he does. Yes, the priests need to change. They need to change their ways. This is where we begin changing the world.
Hello, Mary.
What do you mean risky? What do you mean risky? This is the beginning. This is where...
Thank you.
Here in the city.
Well, it's not, but...
Especially after what he did in that temple.
That was madness.
Yes, Mercy, careful.
Yeah, but
All right.
yes, we will. We can go through this. It's
In my
okay.
house in Bethany, but nowhere else.
We are safe. We can be safe. We
That's
can make
right.
ourselves safe.
It's not right. It's not safe here in Jerusalem.
It's not funny.
Look, they'll have spies everywhere. You're right.
I'm frightened.
I'm not. We'll show those priests.
That's right.
Yes.
Coming here, you know.
The high priest will trap you.
Don't trap us all. We shouldn't be here.
You're right. You're right. We shouldn't be here. We should be out there in the temple. The Lord needs to speak to the people. He needs to tell people the word.
As written by the prophets, the Son of Man is to be offered up.
But why?
It's those priests. They fear him. They fear him, so they hate him.
I don't understand. What's this about? Why is it?
There, Master. Your feet have been anointed in my undying love and gratitude.
Oh, Mary, thank you. Thank you. I accept your offering.
No. This was nothing but waste.
What are you doing?
Why was this expensive perfume not sold?
Calm down.
And the money given to me to give to the poor, as we have always done when we have money to spare. This is pure oil of nard. Costly stuff worth a year's wages. Mary, get up! You should have come to me beforehand, and we could have arranged for something better!
Judas, you leave Mary alone! She's done a beautiful thing. This oil was to have been used at my burial. It's right that she's used it now. All of you, remember what she has done. Judas, the poor are always with you. I'm only with you a little while.
But this need not be so.
Judas, it's written. Come back.
Judas!
Everyone, go inside. All of you. Peter, John, the end has now started.
What do you want us to do, Lord?
You must play your parts in what is to follow.
No, it's going to be a big problem. You chaps have a big job to do. But we're going to have to arrest him quietly, or the people will riot.
Where does he go at night? We'll have to find out.
Look. That's one of his disciples.
Let's ask him.
You. Your master is Jesus of Nazareth, is he not?
No one is my master. No one but myself. And you? Who is your master?
Caiaphas, the high priest.
This Jesus who's done all this. The people are calling him the King of Israel.
That would be dangerous and could lead to war.
The Romans would put down a popular champion.
They have legions of men, swords, spears, engines of war.
They will destroy our authority. They might even destroy the temple.
What chance would we have against them?
But what chance would any one of us have?
But your eyes are open, friend. You can see all this. You can see the folly of all this king-making.
But why is Caiaphas frightened of Jesus? Why does he simply not take him before the law?
We can't get near him alone.
Wherever he goes, the mob surrounds him.
But he could be taken if he was by himself, in a quiet place.
Well, even he must rest sometime.
The high priest has offered a reward for his capture.
So,
$30 pieces of silver. A man could set himself up with a sum like that. Buy a piece of land in exchange for certain information. But it would have to be useful information to lead to certain capture.
It must not be bungled.
The Sanhedrin would be very embarrassed by that.
I have heard.
Heard what?
Just outside the city, on the Mount of Olives, is the Garden of Gethsemane.
We know it well.
It is a quiet place where a man may pray.
Or a Messiah.
I know nothing of that. But in the evening, Jesus of Nazareth goes there to pray in the garden.
Alone?
No, with just a few of his disciples, but they will be off their guard by then.
So you do know him?
Of course he does.
Watch me. I will distract him for a moment. I will kiss him on the cheek, and I will say, "Hail, Rabbi."
Night will be perfect, and the signal will be
a kiss. Hail, Rabbi.
Send us word when you're ready.
Peter, bring everyone in.
Come on, brothers. Quickly now. Pass me one of those, please. The disciples don't know what's going to happen. But Jesus does.
So dangerous.
And it's for this reason that he calls them together. He knows that this will be his last supper.
It's just not safe, though.
Brothers, I've eagerly wanted to eat this Passover feast with you. I've wanted to be with you before I suffer. I tell you, I won't eat it again until it finds fulfillment in my Father's kingdom.
So you've come back.
Where have you been, Judas?
I've been to the wrong house.
In my Father's house, there are many rooms. I'm going there to prepare a place for you all.
But we don't know where you're going.
How can we know the way?
I'm the way, and the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me.
But Lord, we haven't seen the Father.
How long have I been with you?
3 years.
3 years. 3 years, and you still do not know me. All those who have seen me, they've seen the Father. The Father is in me. I'm in him. These words I say to you, they're not just my own. Know that the Father is in me. Believe the evidence of the miracles that you have seen, and you've seen the Father in me.
Lord, why have you shown yourself to us and not the whole world?
Yeah, that's what I want to know, Master.
You're my disciples, yes?
Yes, of course.
So when I'm gone, you go out. You spread my word to all the world, and you tell them, by me, God became man. Oh, let not your heart be troubled. No, neither be afraid. Peace I leave you. My peace I give you. No, not as the world gives peace, but as I give peace.
Why is he leaving us? Lord, why are you going?
I go so that all mankind be saved. And generations still unborn, they'll turn to God. By the suffering of my body, I'll leave an ever-burning reminder I did not flee mankind's brutality. No, my death will be the price that I pay for mankind's sin and for his redemption. And by this act, I shall remain alive, where memories of conquerors and kings have all been forgotten. Now, one of you eating with me tonight will cause this and betray me.
I wouldn't. None of us would. We're like your brothers. We wouldn't ever betray you. We must know this. Surely, do you think we must understand we would never do this?
After this time you've been with us, would it be you?
John,
Honestly, I wouldn't. You know, ask him who it is.
How could it be? How could we give up?
Lord, who would it be?
That's the one I should give this meal to.
I know. How could it be? It wouldn't be.
What you're about to do, do quickly.
I know, but it couldn't be.
Now stop this! Peter, it's written. He that ate bread with me will lift his heel against me.
Lord, where is he going? Judas! Where are you going? Let me stop.
He's going on an errand for the Master.
Sit your brothers down.
Lord,
sit
please,
down.
please.
John,
Let me stop him. I can go after
On
him.
an errand, did you hear me?
I am to be the Passover lamb. I'm to be sacrificed. My sacrifice, it's man's redemption. Come with me. Brothers, take this, all of you. You take this and eat. This is my body. It will be given up for you. So you eat this in remembrance of me. Brothers, you take this, all of you. Drink from it. This is a cup of my blood. It is the blood of the new and the everlasting covenant, it will be shed for you. Shed for many. Shed for the forgiveness of sin. Now, I won't drink of the fruit of the vine again until I drink it with you anew in my Father's kingdom. Yet a little while am I with you, and where I'm going, you cannot follow.
Lord, I will follow.
Master, we will follow. You know we will.
I give you now a new commandment. Love one another, just as I've loved you. You see, by this, all people will know that you're my disciples. Don't be afraid. I'm with you, always, even to the end of time. Drink this in memory of me. Soon man will pour out my earthly life. It is written in the scriptures, and as I've often told you, I will be raised up on the third day. But this very night, you'll all fall away from me.
No, we won't.
Stay with you.
I will strike the shepherd.
And the sheep of the flock will be scattered.
But we're not sheep.
We're not sheep.
My Lord Jesus, though they all fall away from you, I will never leave you.
Peter, you listen to me. This night before the cock crows, you'll deny 3 times that you even know me.
Me deny you, no, never, Master.
No, not once. 3 times, Peter. Now, I don't have much time. You wait here. I must go and pray. Brothers, we're going to Gethsemane.
Lord, we need to know more. There's so much more that we need to
I'm
understand.
the true vine. My Father is the gardener. I'm the vine, you're the branches. Any branch of mine that does not bear fruit, he breaks off. Any fruiting branch, he'll prune clean to make it more fruitful still.
But Lord, how can we be fruitful?
A branch cannot bear fruit by itself. It must remain joined to the vine. In the same way, you cannot bear fruit unless you remain in me. Whoever remains in me will bear much fruit.
Even though you say that you must leave us, Lord?
If you heed my commandments, you'll dwell in my love forever, just as I've heeded my Father's commandments, and I dwell in his love. Love one another, as I've loved you. A greater love has no man than this, that he'd lay down his life for his friends.
So what do you want us to do now, then, Lord?
I appoint you to go out. You teach the world as I have taught you. Yes, the world will hate you, but be of good cheer. I've overcome the things of this world. I've shown the way that all can follow. If I'd not come, they would not be guilty. But I came. Their sin has no excuse. My yoke is easy. My burden is light. In a little while, you'll see me no more. Then after a little while, you will see me. No, you stay here. keep watch while I pray.
We will watch and protect you with our lives. John, over here. Simon, here. James, come on, spread out. Thomas, keep watch. Quickly, brothers.
Abba. Abba. Father. To you, all things are possible. So, Father, I pray, let this cup pass me by. And yet, not my will, your will be done.
بيومو هودق ضم حشودي لمعبد حي نساب اللحم بيدا وقاضي شوتو وبارخ وقادش وقصو يا بنت الميدا وكدمار سبخوا المني كل خون ono denita فرودي دحلو فيكون وحلو ساقية متقصي ومتيه وصويت حوبي والحاي دالعلم علمي آمين.
What? Could you not stay awake and keep with me just for 1 hour? You pray that you be spared the test. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Father, the hour has come. You glorify your Son with the glory I had with you before the world was made. You've given me the power to give eternal life. Soon the world will know that eternal life is knowing you, the only true God, and I, Jesus, your Son. Father, I've completed the work you sent me into this world to do. I've taught your word to those you gave to me as my disciples. And they know that everything you've given me comes from you. I've given them the word, and they accept it. They know that everything you've given me comes from you, and they accept the word. For a while, the world will hate them. I pray for them. I ask that you keep them from evil. As you sent me, so now I send them to teach the world your love, that this may be a world of joy. But Father, my prayer is not for my disciples alone, it's for all who through them believe in me, that they may be one, as you, Father, are in me, and I am in you. I pray they may be brought together in complete unity, that the world will know it is you who have sent me. And Father, I pray the world will know you who sent me love them, even as you have loved me. Father, I'm no more of this world. I'm coming to you. You're still resting, still asleep. The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. The traitor is upon us.
Come on, wake up! Master, get out of here! Get him out of here! Come on, Thomas!
Who do you seek?
Get him back!
Remember the sign.
Master, no!
Master!
Hail.
Rabbi. Judas, would you betray the Son of Man with a kiss?
Lord, let's strike with the sword!
Open up your sword! Those who live by the sword, they'll die by the sword! What shall I not call upon my Father? Don't you know how could we once send 12 legions of angels?
Get off me!
How then will what has been written be fulfilled? It's all right. It's all right. Let it be. Let it be. Even in this, it's all right. There, look. You see? You're healed. Brothers, this is the hour when darkness rules.
Seize that man!
Don't you touch him! Don't touch him!
You take me for a bandit that you've come with swords and clubs to arrest me.
Yes, we do.
Day after day, I sat teaching in the temple. You didn't lay a hand on me then.
Take him to the high priest.
We've got to save him! Come run! Oh, no, you don't. You leave him alone. You get off him. Out of you. John, come on. Come on. Pull yourself together.
The priests finally had Jesus in their grasp, but without the master to lead them, the disciples ran away, terrified. But Peter and John did manage to follow Jesus, to see what would happen to him at the hands of the high priest, Caiaphas, and later, as it turned out, at the hands of the Roman governor, a man called Pontius Pilate.
Hail Caesar!
Hail Caesar! Justinius, it's good to see you. I've had a dreadful journey, terrible crowds on the roads. Escort me to this trial they want me to conduct. Tell me, what is the current situation here?
Still very tense, sire.
Why?
Every year the people hold a great religious festival called the Passover, and the city's population swells enormously.
I've noticed.
Troublemakers and rabble-rousers are constantly being arrested and brought in. They have arrested one man called Jesus and want for you to make an example of him.
Who is he?
I'm not sure. The people say that he has healing powers, but the priests say that he just causes trouble wherever he goes. I recommend that we support the priests, sire. The whole atmosphere here is so volatile.
I understand. I'll support the priests' sensitivities, but I can't possibly ask Rome for another legion to help keep the peace. The cost of supplying troops out here at the edge of the empire is enormous.
You are very wise, Governor. I believe that if we treat these priests well, then they will keep the peace here for Caesar. They're very powerful people amongst their own kind and wish to preserve their own position of authority. If we can help these priests, then I am sure that they will be of use to us.
I understand. I'll deal with it. Good night, Justinius.
Good night, sire.
Come on, let's get this place cleaned up.
Oh, why is she wanting us up at this time?
She's got to call us out this time of night, I don't know. I think
You've just got me out of bed for nothing.
Come on over here.
This place doesn't need
the middle of the
cleaning.
night. Come on, let's try and get this
Clean.
Oh.
Get us out at this time. There must be something.
Never going to fight in this weather.
No. Oh, yes, it's got a light. Yes, it's got a light. I'm frozen. I am frozen.
Come on, let's get
this place doesn't need cleaning. It's cleaner than my house at home. I don't know why you're bothering. You've got a lovely shine on that.
What do you want outside the palace at this time of night?
Oh, there's too many here. Have you seen them?
My friend and I are here for the Passover. We're just looking around the city, that's all.
It's a bit late to be out.
We
Closer to the fire.
got cold and saw your fire. It's freezing, isn't it?
Yeah. That's an understatement.
Thank
Come
you.
closer to the fire.
Thank you.
Come and get
Thank
warm.
you. Quite far, yes. Couple of miles east, yes.
So what are you ladies doing up so late?
Oh, there's some emergency on.
Yeah, the guards, they've been sent out to arrest that preacher.
Yeah. Jesus of Nazareth.
Oh,
yes.
Hold on. I've seen you with him.
Who?
Jesus of Nazareth.
No, I don't know the man.
I don't believe it.
Preaching outside the temple.
Preaching outside the temple. Look,
Yeah,
I told
I've
you.
seen him too.
I don't know the man.
Are you sure about that? You seem very interested in him.
You're a Galilean.
He's a Galilean.
Don't go near him. They're odd, they are.
Come away.
We told you we're here for the Passover.
Peter!
That's all.
Peter, he's here! He's here!
I've never known him.
Let's go. Is that nice teacher? He's right nice, he is. He's the only one that speaks.
Take the bucket. Take a bucket.
This is the man, High Priest, who thinks he can draw all Israel after him. He thinks he's a prophet.
He forgives sins, heals people.
He even rewrites our laws. And now, High Priest, he says he can tear down the temple and rebuild it in 3 days. The work of our fathers that took 46 years
I've
to
waited
build.
a long time to confront you, Jesus of Nazareth. You've been out and about performing all over the countryside. But now, as High Priest of the people, and in the name of the living God, I put you on oath. Are you the Christ? Our promised Messiah? Are you the Son of God?
I am.
Blasphemy!
Punish him! Punish him! Punish him now! He's a blasphemer! He is a blasphemer!
Wait! Get him up.
Get up.
Take him to the Roman governor. Take him to Pilate.
Caiaphas, the high priest, Excellency.
Excellency, I bring you honor from the people.
My time is short, Caiaphas. Why do you bring this man before me?
I will be brief, Excellency, but crave your attention. This man has been before us. We have tried him and found him guilty. We bring him before you now for you to pass sentence.
What is the charge?
A blasphemy, Excellency, of the most abominable kind.
Blasphemy. Blasphemy is not a crime against Caesar. It is no concern of mine. I'm surprised that you need to turn to me over an issue of your laws. You're not losing your grip over these people, are you?
Not blasphemy only, Governor, but treason also against the state of Rome.
Treason! Treason. That is another matter.
This man's teachings and actions are causing great unrest in Judea. If he is not stopped, we fear he will stir up a rebellion, and we seek your support in preventing it.
If you are bringing a charge of treason, you had better be very sure of yourselves. Under Roman law, there is no offense more serious.
He calls himself the Messiah. The Messiah? The king sent by God?
King? We want no more damned kings.
He has a great following.
I will speak to him myself. Alone.
Soldiers, take charge of the prisoner.
I have heard that you have healing powers. You are said to have the power of life over death. You heard the accusations of your priest. Rest assured, if there has been treason, I have the power of life and death over you. Do you understand? I am giving you a chance to plead for your life. You would be wise to speak. Are you the king of these people?
Do you ask me this because you sense it may be so? Or because of what others have told you?
Well, how should I know? Your own leaders have handed you over to me. There is more here than just an issue of religion. You are stirring up unrest in Judea? Now, are you healer or are you rebel? Which are you?
My kingdom? It's not of this world. If it were, my followers would have fought to protect me. No, my kingdom belongs elsewhere.
So you are a king, then?
No, king is your word. My task? It's to bear witness to truth. And all those who are not deaf to truth, they hear and they understand my voice.
Truth. What is truth? Why will you not save yourself? Are you a king? Where is it that you come from? Speak if you do not wish to die. Surely you know I have the authority to crucify or to set you free.
You wouldn't have that authority if it were not given to you from above.
The crowd are baying for blood, and you will not answer my questions. I will speak to the people myself. Bring in Barabbas.
Bring in Barabbas!
People of Jerusalem! People of Jerusalem! As an act of graciousness to the people, by custom at your feast of Passover, I, Caesar's governor in Judea, allow one prisoner to be set free.
That's right.
It was to have been Barabbas. Barabbas deserves to die. But I could instead release this new prisoner, Jesus of Nazareth, the healer. Who do you want me to release, Barabbas or Jesus?
Barabbas. Barabbas. Barabbas.
Is this an impartial crowd, or is this a clack under your thumb?
It is a crowd so outraged at the actions of this man, and so fearful of the danger that he represents, that it clearly prevents the release of a vicious murderer, Barabbas. They are very excited, Excellency.
I will have him flogged. That will loosen his tongue and be enough to satisfy them.
Centurion?
Sir!
Have the prisoner flogged.
Take the prisoner out! Have him flogged.
They brought him before me on a trumped-up charge. He strikes me as a mild and gentle man, not a dangerous rebel. I do not trust these priests.
Beware their subtlety, Governor.
Oh, subtlety, huh? Well, let us see what fear can do. Although I find no harm in the man, a flogging will be enough to impress these conniving priests, enough to drive them away. Caiaphas, although this man will not answer me when I question him, he is mild and gentle. His words do not condemn him under Roman law. I find no basis for a charge against him. I will return him to you flogged.
Flogged?
That will have chastened him and be enough to satisfy your crowd.
Flogged? Flogging is no good, Governor. If this man Jesus is not condemned, then the crowd will hold the power of Rome in contempt.
Bring the prisoner in!
And we shall not be able to guarantee the peace.
The sight of his battered, bleeding body will surely be enough to satisfy your craving for revenge. Watch and see if you're not shaken by it. Caiaphas, do you know what this is made of? Most
No.
Roman helmets are made of horsehair and boar bristles.
And yours?
Wolf. Do you know what a wolf is?
A creature?
Centurion Marcius Maribellus and I were in the Black Forests in Germany a few years ago. Some of our sentries started going missing. At first, we thought it might be the Germanic tribes.
So?
And we found the pieces.
Come on!
Did?
Hurry up!
In the end, the wolf was so fearsome that even my officers started to lose morale. I had to destroy the creature myself.
And your point?
Do you know how big that wolf was, Caiaphas? Almost exactly your size. You say he aspires to be a king. King or not, he is a man. Behold the man!
Hail, King!
No, Governor. We have no king but Caesar.
Indeed, priest, that is a statement I would want to hear from the people's leader.
But if you let this man go, there will be doubts as to your judgment, Excellency. The Sanhedrin will be very alarmed if he is released. After all, you Romans are supposed to be here to protect us. If this man Jesus is released, then the Sanhedrin cannot be held responsible for the actions of the mob. And we shall be forced to say so to Caesar himself, if needs be.
Do you threaten me, Caiaphas?
Hail, Caesar.
Hail, Caesar. Bring me a bowl of water.
Water!
In sight of you all, I wash my hands of this matter. The statement, the sentence, will be decided by you priests. What do you want me to do with this man, Jesus?
Let him go.
Kill him!
Soldiers! Move forward!
I'm innocent! I am innocent!
Move forward!
I am innocent of this man's blood! See to it yourselves! Release Barabbas!
That way! Stop those crowds! Come on! Keep them back!
Have a placard made up and have it say, the King of the Jews.
No, Governor. That would not be accurate. It should have said, he said he was the King of the Jews.
What I have spoken, I have spoken! Proceed.
Jesus of Nazareth, you are to be taken to the hill outside of the city walls known as Golgotha, the place of the skull. There for the crimes of treason against Caesar, and as an example to others, you will be nailed to a cross until you are dead. Centurion,
sir,
proceed with the execution.
Right, bring on the crosspiece and form an execution squad. Get a move on. Passover begins tomorrow. This has to be finished before nightfall. Now move on. Get him up. No one touches the prisoner. Now move him out. Come on, soldiers. Hold the crowd back. Come on. Move back. Go ahead, soldiers. Clear the crowd. Move, King! I want no one to touch the prisoner. Come on! Move it! Come on! Keep him moving. Get it up here! Come on! Come on! Come on, soldiers! Come on! What are you doing? Come on! Come on! Pick up that cross!
Daughters of Jerusalem, daughters, don't weep for me. You weep for yourselves. Weep for your children. If men do these things whilst the wood is green, what will they do in time still to come?
Lord, we know you are the Christ. How can we lead our lives?
Oh, daughters, say your prayers. Lead men to God.
Come on! Move him on, soldiers! Get him up! Up! Move him! Clear the road! Come on! Keep the crowd back. Come on. Come on, soldiers, move on. No one touches the prisoner. Hey, I told get rid of that woman. I told you, no one touches the prisoner. Get him up. Come on! Don't let him die here! Find someone to carry the cross, or one of you will take his place! Hurry up! Anyone will do.
Pick it up! Pick it up!
Come on, pick it up. Right, soldiers, escort the prisoner to Golgotha. Come on, move him on. Come on, hurry up. Haven't got all day. Come on, make him go faster.
Come on, move. You can carry that. Got yourself a man.
Come on, man, faster. If you don't want to take his place.
Faster. Come on.
Right. Give the cross back to the prisoner. Halt! I said halt, man. No, he waits here. Right, get rid of this man. Carry the cross over to there. Put the cross down, you. Right, get out of the way. Now, take the cross over there. Stack it up against the... Hurry up! What's taking so long? I've told you the Passover begins as soon as it's dark. I want to see this man up there. No, not in his hands. Not his feet. May not be soldier's work, but just get it done. Right, now. Raise him up. Come on, soldier, hurry up. Right, none of this feet.
Father, forgive them! Forgive them! They know not what they do!
So, you're the king of the Jews, are you? You could rebuild the temple in 3 days, could you? Oh, look at you now. If you can do miracles, throw yourself down. Go on, king. Save yourself! Us too! Leave him alone! Don't you fear God? He's done nothing wrong. We deserve what's been done to us, not him. Master. Master. Will you remember me when you go to your kingdom?
Oh, my son, you'll be with me in paradise. You'll be with the Father. You'll be with the angels of heaven.
Give me a drink.
Look, it's that man's robe. It's all in one piece. I'm going to have that. No, you'll tear it. No, give it back.
All right.
I know.
No, I know.
What?
Let's cast lots for it.
All right, fine, we'll go and get one. He'll be back. Come on, he'll be back. For me.
There you go, look.
Mine.
Enough.
All right. Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know. He'll be back. That one.
It's
Hey! Stop that! What do you men think you're doing? You provoke me again, and I'll have the skin off your backs. 6 lashes for the next man who steps out of line. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Give me that robe. Give me that robe.
Idiota!
Are you men asleep? You know no women are allowed a place like this.
Centurion! Centurion, please! Centurion, please! This woman is the mother to your prisoner. Let her be with him in his time of agony, please!
Takes courage for a mother to see this through. Very well. For this one, she can stay. Release him. I want no trouble, mind.
Woman, oh dear woman, woman, John is now your son. John, this is now your mother. Eloi, lama sabachthani.
He's calling on Elijah.
Let's have Elijah come for him now.
Let's see if you can hear him.
My
Get
God!
this man something to drink.
Why have you forsaken me?
Definitely.
I thirst.
I said get the prisoner something to drink.
What?
Get the prisoner something to drink.
I thirst.
Soldier, use that sponge. Put on the spear. Give it to him.
Here you go, King. Have some of this. Come on. Come on, take it.
It is finished!
He didn't grab this mic.
Father, into your hands I entrust my spirit.
Did you feel that? Looks as though this one's gone. Give me a spear. Mother, no, please, turn away. I don't want you to see this. I have to do it. It's a standing order. But he won't feel anything now, I promise you. Look at this. It's water, it's blood and pure water from his side. Was this man Son of God?
High priest, the temple. The curtain of the temple has been torn in two from top to bottom.
The curtain torn from top to bottom? Have we killed an innocent man?
Should we have listened to our hearts?
Come on, let's leave this place. Our work here is done.
Yes, what is it?
It's getting dark. The body must be taken down before nightfall. It's the Passover.
Yes. You're right. Finish off the other two, and then get this one down, but do it respectfully.
Right, you. Yes, sir. And then get this man down.
Respectfully. Take him. Rest him in his mother's arms. Lady, I've seen many men die, but not like that. Not with that kind of courage. He took all the punishment that we could give him, and still he forgave us. He must be God, for no mortal man could die like that.
Centurion! Centurion!
Yes, what is it? Who are you?
My name is Joseph of Arimathea, but I have here permission from the governor to take the body of your prisoner, Jesus of Nazareth. May I do that?
Let me see what you have. The bodies normally go into a common grave. It's the governor's seal, all right. We'll have to let him go. Very well, the body's yours.
Brothers, this way. We're going to cherish his body and put him in my own new grave. That's all we can do. Nothing could atone for the most terrible death. We owe you so much.
I'm glad you've said that.
We're all so guilty.
I'm just a soldier. I'm not meant to have opinions, but I tell you this. He was worth more than all your priests. And all our armies, too. And I'm a Roman telling you that. Here, take him and welcome.
So, Jesus suffered the cruel and terrible agony of the cross. And he died. and through the graciousness of Joseph of Arimathea, we covered his body in a linen cloth and his head, and we picked him up and took him to the tomb. Grief and despair of the disciples was overwhelming. How could they bear the loss of their beloved leader? How could they keep alive their mission to follow his example? Without Jesus, they were lost. As he had said, without the shepherd, the sheep of the flock would be scattered. And they were scattered. Most of the disciples stayed in hiding in their own homes, terrified that the authorities would not be satisfied with just one death. Early in the morning, on the first day following that which had been both Sabbath and Passover, as early as they could, and whilst it was still dark, Mary Magdalene and some of the other women set out in the cold grey of dawn to the tomb. They have with them a simple faith and a gentle love, and they have oil and perfume to anoint our dear Lord's body.
Mary! The stone! I saw them put them there. I'm going in. I'm going in.
I don't like
Someone's
it.
got...
I really don't like it.
Stay there. Stay there.
I don't like it.
What? Jesus is gone. The body's gone.
robbers.
Go and get the others. Yes, go and get the others. Go and get the disciples. Go and get the disciples. Tell them they've stolen his body. Oh. 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 It is only the third day, and already life is so bleak without him. Now, his body has been stolen.
Woman. Woman, why are you weeping?
The tomb is empty, and I do not know where they have laid him.
Who do you seek?
My dear Lord, Jesus. Sir, if it is you who have taken his body, then show me where you have laid him, and I will care for him there.
Mary.
Rabboni.
Do not look for the living among the dead.
I did not know it was you. We saw you die. Your body was laid in this tomb. And I have come to anoint you. And you were dead.
Mary. Mary, sweetest of women. Don't be afraid. I have risen. I have conquered death. Mary, you cannot hold on to me. I've not yet ascended to my Father. But you remember that I said to our brothers that I would be captured and tortured and crucified, but that on the third day I would rise again.
Yes.
All has happened as was foretold. So you go to your brothers, you go to them, and you tell them, I have risen.
You have risen. Yes. He is risen. Peter! John! Peter! Peter! John! John!
What is it?
Oh, I have seen him.
The stone! What's happened to the stone? What?
He's risen, John.
He's risen?
Yes,
No, he's dead. I saw him die. He can't have.
John, the tomb's empty. And look, this is the cloth that was round his head. It's all neatly folded and separate from the linen bandages that are all laid out. This was not robber's work.
This is amazing. Mary says he has risen. I so want to believe her.
Peter. John. Master. Master, you're dead. Don't be afraid.
Master, have you risen from the dead?
As written by the prophets, I have risen.
Will you be with us forever now, Lord?
I'm with you always, even when you cannot see me or touch my body. I'm in all people's hearts who search to know me. You reach for me, and I'm there.
Why have you come to us? We're just shepherds. Why haven't you shown yourself to the whole world?
I've come for the world. My resurrection is the sign that all the sins of the world have been forgiven. My death, the sacrifice. My resurrection, the sign.
you are the witnesses of this.
But Thomas isn't here.
Go to him, Nathaniel. You go to him. All my followers are to be fishers of men.
Thomas!
Your task is to spread my word and to love your neighbor, so the world will know that you have come from me. And I tell you, down the ages when conquerors and kings have all been forgotten, through your word, they will know me.
Thomas!
Brother.
Thomas! We've seen Jesus, Thomas! Thomas! Come here.
What is it?
Quick. We've seen him. Come on, quick. We've seen
What?
Jesus.
He's dead.
No, he's not dead.
He is dead, Nathaniel.
He's alive.
He is dead. I cannot believe that Jesus has come back to us. Unless I put my fingers in the holes the nails made in his hand, and my hand in his spear to the side, I will never believe.
He is alive.
He is dead.
Peace be with you, Thomas.
Forgive me. My Lord and my God.
You believe because you've seen me. Blessed are those who believe and have not seen. Peter, walk with me a little way. Simon Peter, do you love me more than these?
Lord, I love you.
Then you feed my lambs. Peter, do you truly love me?
Yes, Lord, you know that I truly love you.
Then you tend my sheep. Peter, do you love me?
Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you above all things.
Then you feed my sheep. You be the shepherd of my flock. Now, Peter, when you are old, they will stretch out your hands. They'll bind you. They'll take you where you don't want to go.
Me, crucified?
This is how you will serve me, Peter. You build my church. You be its rock. You make the truth ring out for all to hear, that it may last forever. This is the last time you'll see me, until I come again. I've done my Father's will. I've taught his word. I've lived and suffered as foretold in the scriptures. So go now, each one of you, and be my disciples. Love my church. You be its strength, that it may offer salvation to all mankind. Spread my faith and praise the Father. Keep his commandments, that the world may grow in peace, and generations still unborn will turn to God. Open your hearts. Repent. Seek him who sent me. Forgive those who sin against you, and you will also receive forgiveness. Be bold. Teach love. that man should treat his neighbor as himself. Share with me in prayer the burdens of your lives. Have faith. Take courage. My yoke is easy. And know, my spirit is in you, every one of you. You search for me. I'm there. I go now to my Father, and my peace I leave you.
Brothers, let's go fishing.